So, sometimes as we grow older, we begin to realize there are certain things that maybe made us curious about a potential partner, or we thought as most important. But over time, we begin to realize that some of the things we thought were important to seek in a potential partner or had been important to us in the past end up being less important. So today, I want to talk about 5 overrated and unnecessary things we sometimes go seeking in a potential partner. Number 1, looks. I'm not saying looks are not important, but sometimes you realize the conventional or typical, ideology around looks. For a woman, she may say he has to be tall, look a certain way, and for a man, he may say she has to look a certain way. They become less important and are actually unnecessary, because you hear a lot of people share stories online and say things like, by the time you start living with someone under the same roof, the looks do not matter. Who are they? Their character. Are they kind? Again, looks are important, but doesn't have to be the only or sole thing a person is going after. You also realize sometimes that some unconventional things about a person may be attractive to you. Maybe you like people with big noses. That's attractive to you. Maybe you like someone with a certain eye shape. The point is, they should be attractive to you in your own way, for your own specific preferences, rather than the general tall, dark, handsome, tall, slim, hourglass figure. And again, like I said, I'm not saying strike out looks, don't be attracted, but and then just go for someone you're not even attracted to on any level and hoping that the feelings will germinate later. That's not likely to happen, but just know what feels attractive to you. I think here the statement, the beauty is in the eye of the beholder, comes to play. Number 2, running after wealth and riches. So now you've been running after big man thinking, oh, he has money, but you don't know he's not generous. Somebody can have money, but they won't give you their money. They are calling you Oga's wife. They don't know they count sugar cubes you will use at home. They don't know they are counting the bottled water you will drink weekly. So you have run kitty to go and enter wahala for yourself. I always say, if money is that easy to make it yourself as well. I mean, you're after someone solely for their money. Money you may sometimes not know the source. For a lot of people, they don't care the source. They even come out and say it online. They don't care, just have money. Again, if it's so easy to make money, why not make yours? So another overrated thing people go after in a potential partner is they must have money. Which brings me to number 3 point, sort of opposite of number 2 points, but equally important. You see potential in someone, potential on paper, not really manifested. I'll play this scenario between ladies and guys. He comes to you, oh, he has all these grand plans, but he's not able to show you in history any grand plan he has actually brought to life. And you are like, oh, he has potential. And then you are funding his potential. He's wasting your time. Some people take this so far, they get married to the person, and then you end up becoming that person taking on the responsibility in the home as if you have no man present. Some of these persons know that they don't really have a plan to do anything so useful with themselves, but they will take on, your being gullible, and then take advantage of that and keep presenting you potential. It's not as if it is wrong to believe in people or see their potential, but please run away from potential without evidence. At least someone who has potential will be able to show you something they've done in the past and they were successful with it. But if it's always grand plans, no result, grand plans, no result, you marry this person, 10 years down the line, you're still the breadwinner and you're just tired and angry at everyone. You don't want to be that person. So do not seek a potential in a potential partner, if that makes sense. So some people will run after some persons or feel they're attracted to them because they came from a well-known family, a famous family, a wealthy family as well. It's also an overrated reason to want to be with someone. We watch movies. There are families who have an appearance on the outside. Then you get in and realize this family has so many dark secrets. I'll say this again. If your motive for being with someone starts off on the wrong foundation, your building will be shaky eventually. You would face issues, you will face challenges with this person. So overrated reason to go after someone, they're from a well-known family, they are famous, they are well placed, or whatever it is you think. There will always be outside impression compared to the reality of what is on the inside. Number 5, running after someone or being attracted to them because of things like they have swag, they have a great fashion sense, or they speak perfect English. These are things some people are so strung up on that they will take that over a strength of character of a person. I mean, things like having a solid fashion sense are things that are teachable. So perhaps if you're the person who knows that better, you can of course teach someone you see as a potential partner, rather than writing them off over such a thing as they have zero fashion sense, they cannot speak properly, or I'm not saying that it should also be an extreme, and when it's an extreme you have to accept it, but I'm saying if the person has many other traits that you seek in a partner, and that's just their shortcoming, that is a teachable thing. Anything teachable in someone, and they're also willing to learn, I mean, why not overlook that? So these are some of the 5 things I think we sometimes we hold to be the everything when seeking a partner or when trying to get to know someone, and they are not always that important. A lot of people don't even sit down to say to themselves, what are the things that are important to me in a partner? What am I looking for in a potential partner for the long term, for a life union? They don't ask themselves those questions. So when you're on autopilot, you'll be taking the how do we put it, you'll be majoring in the minor, rather than taking what is actually major stuff and treating it as important. I hope you found this useful, and thanks for watching. Before I conclude this episode, I would like to thank Lafayette Oasis, the space we are using right now, a very beautiful space somewhere in the heart of Abuja at Use 2. So perhaps you have someone coming into Abuja and needs a space to stay. This space is really beautiful. It's in a quiet area and really good facilities, and we thank them for sponsoring this episode by giving us the space to use for our recording. So keep watching The 5 with Miriam. See you next time.